Yeah, because I mean that's the thing. When you have these open-ended deadlines, this is like a dangerous thing, and then and you also have to consider, right? I mean, maybe you got a good, comfortable life.
Mm.
You got a nice place, and maybe you're comfortable or whatever. But you also
Yeah.
have to take into account. Clearly, this guy was doing something else while he was working on this, right? The the
Who you're
the
talking?
the the writer.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, we both knows that we have our jobs. I mean, I'm working for other stuff as well.
Mhm.
That's the thing.
Mhm.
That's the thing. We all are on the same page. Of course, this is our project, but we have to live and we have our stuff going on. We have our regular jobs going on,
Mhm.
and the publisher knows it and says, "For me, it's fine. I really like the project. I wanna have it."
Mhm.
So that's why everything was a little bit loose.
Mhm.
But I think now it's really something that is getting uh, on the border of being ridiculously
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
So
Does he? And so the question is, do you think the writer is going through what you're going through?
yeah, yeah. I think somehow yes. Also, yeah, we should be much more often in contact with each other. It didn't happen in a long time. We tried, and then whatever didn't happen. So yeah, yeah,
But you said he
we
has
have to.
a successful novel. You mean the novel that he wrote, or?
Yeah, that he wrote. Yeah, yeah. I think he's working already on the second one. I think,
So
and
and you
plus the regular job.
yeah, but you under this is what I'm trying to get at with you. He's still doing his thing.
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
In all this that's happening, right? Clearly
yeah.
the publisher, they're publishing other products, books and
Yeah, but this is something else. This is another publisher. This is something completely different. It's not a comic.
yeah, but
So,
I'm
but
saying
still, it's still yes. You're right. He's definitely working on his own stuff,
yeah. And
and I'm
so
not.
yeah, and this is the part you like. So for him, it's and that's the dangerous part. That's the dangerous part. And I've worked with um partners before, and there's definitely a difference between the partner that you have that feels the same urgency as you, and they're dedicated to what you're doing, and when like clearly he's still doing his thing whether this book with you gets done or not.
Yeah, yeah, of course. But I think he really cares for this project as well. But
Yeah, yes, of course. Of course he does.
yeah,
But he's holding himself to another standard when it comes to what he's doing. If he's already real,
because this is easier, I think. In his case, he when you write a novel, you are one man band.
hmm
No. And in this case, we are splitting the work, and of course, much depends from me.
hmm but this is what I mean is this is your current self project.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I think it would be good to see it in the way that like he sees the novel that he's working on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because yeah, when if he wasn't working on a novel and he was counting on this graphic novel being completed, then he would be putting some pressure on you, right?
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
And if the publisher was like, "We need this graphic novel,"
Yeah. No,
they would be putting
absolutely.
pressure on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they don't have. It's not the same stakes for these guys as it is for you.
Sort of. I think. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah,
I should say that definitely. Yeah.
and so like, because I think of projects as potential life-changing events or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because I know what it feels like to have to make one song. You make this song, and now your life is different. You know, and I've had this a few different times. I make this song, and because this song came out, then someone wanted me to fly across the world to come and play at this party, right? And when you think about all of these opportunities that come through just completing certain things, I just spit. It can kind of give you like a little bit of a fire, and so this is where my concern lies when people say, "Oh, me being famous is not important," or "Me having a lot of money is." This is to me, this is the recipe for disaster. You know what I mean? Because if you don't set, it's the same thing with everyone who like without a goal, without like even imagination of what your life would be like once this is done, then of course it's really easy to put everything off and fall off. And it's the same thing that goes with, you know, um, I mean, it depends on how you apply, how you are able to manage the pressure that you put on yourself or whatever. But it's the same thing with like exercising and um, or changing anything else about yourself, like stopping smoking or whatever it is that someone might do. If you don't say like when it comes to like dieting and exercise or getting healthier or whatever, oh, I just want to feel better. This is not inspiring at all. Like when you really think about it, this is not an inspiring goal as far as I'm concerned. This doesn't make me want to do anything, you know? But when I say like me and this whole ongoing six pack thing, right? Me wanting to have this six pack, right? If I say, yo, I want to DJ with my shirt off, you know?
That's a goal.
You know what I mean? This is and of course it sounds superficial or whatever, but like it's
Let
like
me know when you do it, by the way.
it's getting there. It's getting there. I got the it's all coming. I just need to work on the lines, the horizontal lines with the.
But now that the gyms are closed.
Yeah, this is why I'm gonna order some stuff so that I can exercise at home. But like the thing is like I remember when I first started making music or whatever, I had these dreams of I want to put my record out and I'm gonna be on, because I wanted to be I was more into hip hop, and I'm gonna be on stage, I'm gonna be like Run DMC, like, you know what I mean? This is inspiring things. But if you just try to, and I really think people downplay the outcome and what they want out of it because they're afraid of what people are going to think it says about you because you wanted to, you know what I mean? Like it's something wrong with wanting to be famous or wanting to be rich. There's something wrong with this. And then so you set these goals that you think are the acceptable goals to have. Of course, I just want to make the book for myself and to, you know what I mean? You know? And the thing is like, to me, clearly this isn't the strongest goal. You know what I mean? Like this is.
Now, there are some other things that I'm imagining that are connected to the end of this book,
Mm-hmm.
things that I really picture myself doing
Mm-hmm.
and being in another place afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So no, of course, it's not just like
Yeah.
all pretty flowers
Yeah.
and good intentions.
Yes.
So
that's all I'm saying. So you got to keep these goals in mind, and you have to be putting this stuff kind of in the forefront of things, because you like without the urgency, this is a very powerful word for me. Like, especially when it comes to working with other people, like the urgency has to be there. Like, we need to get this done. And if you think about it, like, this urgency is what makes you do everything that you do when you work for someone else.
Yeah.
I might get fired. They're gonna, you know what I mean? Everybody's gonna look at me as the one holding back the whole project. Like, shit doesn't happen if I don't get this part done. They can't move, you know what I mean? And without this urgency, you know, for other people or for yourself, then of course you're just like, I'll get to it tomorrow, you know? No one dies if I don't get this done.
Yeah.
You know? You know what I mean? So that's all. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to look for the urgency. Whatever's going to put that urgency in you, that's what you gotta move these things to the forefront of the conversation, because this is how I think you make things move. You know?
All right.
You know, even if it's just about, like, I want to limit the amount of time that I feel unhappy about not having completed what I really want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Then I feel like now I have to get up and put my ass at the table.
Yeah, man, come on. Like, you know, the thing is like, there's so much on the other side of a completed project. And then when you see how things go, like, what I'm telling you, I joined this gym, and when I started seeing my body change or whatever, I'm like, dude, like, I get hyped. You know what I mean? And so I understand why people take these pictures in the bathroom and look all crazy, like, in the underwear, posting the pictures. I mean, I understand why you do this, because the feeling of having accomplished something is it's incredible, you know? And it's the kind of thing, once you do this, then you're going to be like, now I want to do another one, you know? And it won't take you as long. You're gonna know what it feels like to have completed it, and you're gonna be hyped, you know. And then you're gonna be complaining that I did all my pages. I'm waiting for you for the script. We got to get this done. You know what I mean? I don't know who you interested in or whatever, but like movie stars or whatever. I want to be traveling in these circles. You know what I mean? I want to meet. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be invited to this party until I got two novels out. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. Yeah, at least that's how I feel about it. I don't. Maybe, you know, what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I know. No, it's true. It's true. Thank you for the talk.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel motivated right now. Let's see if I can keep up with that. Also, yeah, it was really good to have a little bit of human connection